Hello, welcome to the Baron's Game Room. I'm Aaron as always, and it's almost Valentine's Day. So I wanted to tell you guys this week about one game that has sort of the closest connection to my own love life, which is Onitama. Onitama is an abstract strategy game for 2 players, and it's really just better chess in my opinion. Now the quick story I have for this game is we actually got this game on our honeymoon. Basically, we were going to take a train down to San Antonio, and unfortunately, because our car at the time sucked, we missed the train on our first day. So we got stuck hanging around Norman, and ended up going to a game store and buying this, which we ended up playing a ton throughout the whole trip. The whole train ride down there, we were playing it and back, and sometimes just sitting in our hotel room. So we clearly really liked the game. But let's get into the how to play here. The game has this really great, awesome mat to play on, and basically setup is just making sure you put your sensei piece on the shrine spot for your side, and then your pupils lined up next to them. Obviously do that for both colors. Once your pieces are set up, you'll shuffle the deck and give each player 2 cards. After you've dealt the cards, you'll end up drawing out 1 more card from the deck, and whatever color this little symbol at the bottom is, that's which player goes first. You win the game by either capturing your opponent's sensei piece, or placing your sensei piece on the opponent's shrine. Now as for the movement cards, each card has a different way your piece can move. The black piece being the piece you're moving, and the colored spaces being the spaces they can move to. Now, whenever you use a movement card, you're going to place it in the center of the table and end up taking that extra 5th card you drew out. That way, the 5 movement cards you drew are constantly rotating between all the players at any given time. Now this right here is a big part of the strategy, because obviously trying to figure out the best way to move your pieces is important, but also understanding that anytime you make a move, you're now going to give that card to your opponent, because after their next move, they're going to take the card you played. So sometimes you will skip doing a move that would be good for you just because it'll actually be worse if your opponent gets a chance to do that move. Make sense? Now, this game can be crazy thinky, just like any good chess game can be, but since you're only having to keep track of 5 pieces and about 5 different moves, it can also be a lot more accessible to some people who just kind of get overwhelmed by all the options in chess. I've also got to talk about how much I love these awesome pieces, how they look like they're hand carved. They're really great. I actually want to mention a play variant that's not in the rulebooks, but we personally like doing sometimes. In this variant, whenever you use a move card, you'll discard it away. You'll still take the one from the middle, but then you'll draw out a new card from the deck. That way you kind of have an ever-changing flow of moves. Anyway, it's got to be obvious here that clearly we love this game. Baron approved, y'all.